two type of people in life. It's people that wake up and wish they had it. It's people that wake up and go get it. We go get it, baby. Photo poor, so photogenic. All I know is to go get it. Shoot my shot, now I ain't gon' miss it. All I know is to go get it. All my life I've been a go-getter. All I know is to go get it. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Photo poor, so photogenic. All my life I've been a go-getter.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, rivals square off in the NFC East, and we've got a great matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. This taken in at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's got room. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They'll take that 14 yards on play number 1. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 11 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Fourth down, Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position. And to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
Hey, smash circle!
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
With how the coverage was positioned, up was about the only spot the quarterback had to try and deliver that pass. Just put a little too much height on it. Incomplete.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second and 10 now from the 27. In motion right is Smith. Throwing again on second and 10. Hurts. That's into the hands of Pascal. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts from 17 yards out. And the Eagles use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip.
Makes the score Eagles 7, Cowboys 9. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Play action now. Prescott. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
They'll run it with Elliott. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Now, a quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
47. 46.
On 2nd and 10, Prescott flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Offensively, might be thinking, what's going on here? 1 for their first 7 throwing the football.
So maybe they're thinking about rethinking their strategy a little bit right now with the way that they're throwing it around, not having that success. Might have to lean on the running game for a little while and see if they can get him back in form.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, 54 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. With the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Seven, our score after 1.
Score time, 7-7.
But first down, Hurts. Going deep here for Watkins. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
On 1st and 10. It's Hurts. And incomplete on the deep ball.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Hurts. Complete. Smith has it. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
First pass. Complete to Devontae Smith. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Cowboys' 19-yard line.
On the set.
2nd down at 4.
Pat the street. Pat the street. With Ryan.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. He has enough for the 1st down on the keeper, a gain of 6. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Hey, check that, street.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. Play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Prescott to throw it. Looking deep for Hilton. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Prescott to throw on 4th. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
On first and 10, Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
And again, it's Prescott. This is caught by Hilton. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
Now Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Hurts sets up to throw it. It's caught on the right side at Smith. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to move that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So after 3 drives it ended, touchdown, 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 they get bogged down on drive number 4.
Yeah, I don't know how excited you would be on the other side of the ball that they finally didn't score. You know, you're happy, of course, but at the same time, did you have that much to do with it, or did they just get tired?
Maybe it's just a sense of relief at this point. They'll throw now on the final play. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback.
Ready, set.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Hey, smash Bronco.
Second half will start with a run by Sanders. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for Watkins. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that leads you into bigger errors.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Third and short yardage, Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. That is caught by Lamb. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Prescott on first down. It's caught at the 10. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 10th carry now for Elliott. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys are back within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive, because they had to be saying, we have put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He's going deep for Brown, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And that's a tough throw because he's moving to his left. He's got to get his shoulders pointed back right to throw it all the way across field to try and connect. Unable to do so.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
Yeah, this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, the risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sense.
Yeah.
Punt it away. Let your defense take over with better field position.
In motion comes the tight end left. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And some space here. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
58 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Second and 10.
Prescott now from the 50.
Left side to Lamb.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 34-yard line. Inside give to Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott.
And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott.
He's got his man, Schultz, coming across the formation. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action, and take your shot at the end zone.
Hey, kill.
On second down, it's Pollard. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. First and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. Going to run again here with Pollard. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. They'll run left with Pollard. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. All right, so the Cowboys will go for 2 here. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on second down.
That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Hurts going to give it to Sanders on the option.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
An option handoff given to Sanders.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and
8. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Going across the middle, and Goddard's got it.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 30.
They run with Sanders off the option.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. On 2nd and 9, Hurts. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation.
And that score, in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears, they get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.